Hey, just want to thank Steve Snap and Pat Kingdig for setting this up. Really honored to be asked. Anytime you're attached, I guess, with Ohio State football, it's a good thing. I also assured Pat that I wouldn't let this turn into 2 hours of cross-country talk and then everybody leave before Coach Tressel gets up here. So hopefully you'll stick around for him. When asked to speak, I was kind of thinking about a couple cornerstones of some things that I see in our football program that I certainly want to instill, having been just given the job as a new head men's track coach. One of them, kind of a balanced track team. Over the last couple years, it's kind of taken, every event area really clicking. I kind of see the same similarity with our football team. All the talk about our defensive linebackers taking off, and we're going to have a tough defense. And then, kind of through the program's tradition and everything, seems like they really haven't missed a beat. So trying to fill up all of our areas as well, trying to keep things well stocked in the throws area. Lenny Jatzik's back for 2 more years, and he was the Big Ten champion last year. In the distance area, 2 Ohio kids that have kind of led the way for us, and Jeff C., who was a 404 miler, who has 3 more years. John Ely, who's the Big Ten freshman of the year in cross country. He'll be back. In the sprints, we got 4 Ohio kids: Tony Cole, Elon Sims, and Gerald Griffith, and Matt Comer. A couple multi-eventers: Pat Woods, Scott Hudapole. These 2 guys are both from Ohio. They're both juniors. And then in the jumpers, we have 2 7-footers. One of them's from Greece. The other one is a incoming freshman who jumped 7-1 last year to win the indoor high school title. So along with Brandon Cathcart, who was the Nike indoor high school champion as well. So we got a real good, strong nucleus. Pretty excited. Kind of got hired a little bit late in the game in August, but it's been fun putting together a staff and kind of looking forward to it. Another cornerstone, I guess, that I've kind of been doing with the cross-country team for the last 10 years and hope to certainly extend for the track program. And I also noticed that, obviously, in Ohio, if you grow up as a high school football player, you're always kind of thinking about Ohio State, except for a couple kids who live too close to the Michigan border and end up going to Michigan for some reason. But trying to put up a wall around the state, obviously, is always a number one priority for, I think, all coaches at Ohio State, just because of the great high school system we have here in place, as well as just the number of schools and all the great high school programs. So it ever got to the point where the track program was putting up walls around the state, similar to the football program, I think we'd have a real good shot to really go after some Big Ten titles. So that's something pretty exciting. Last thing I kind of thought about, just as far as some good cornerstones of the football program that I'd like to try to build on towards building a track program. Just some of the alumni that are there. I'm just now starting to see it because it's my 10th year just on the cross-country guys, but we have a number of guys that are still here training, trying to make the Olympic team. I know the wrestling coach and I were talking, and he has kind of a similar situation. Anytime you got a bunch of guys running professionally or maybe in the NFL like Coach Tressel has, standing on the sideline, showing up to practice here and there, it really does kind of help with your program, kind of giving them something else to shoot for, how they carry themselves. Also kind of speaks volume to the caliber of person that they are, and kind of shows that dedication. And I think our football program, every time I watch, they always show the sidelines. A lot of people that come back, give speeches to the programs and stuff, and we're starting to realize some of that as well, and I certainly want to start building that in the track program. So like Pat mentioned, we have the Big Ten cross-country championships on Sunday. The men's program was second last year. We are hoping to possibly improve upon it, but we really have an eye towards next year. Wisconsin is probably the favorites, and they're ranked number 1 in the country, and they're the defending champions in cross-country. Our women's program, this will be my last fall working with the women's program. We kind of hired a women's coach a little bit late, but we certainly hope that they can slip into the top 5. I think on both sides there's 7 teams ranked in the country in the Big Ten, so it'll be a tough performance. 2 dates to kind of just remind people of. Jesse Owens meet on May 5th. I've taken over being the meet director for that. For some of you who may remember the Jesse Owens meet in its heyday, when it was inside the stadium, maybe in the 80s, Santa Monica Track Club, Athletics West, a number of Olympians. That's more the feel we want to try to bring back to it, so we're certainly going to do a better job of inviting probably more of a post-collegiate feel. So it is May 5th. The high schoolers come down. We'll probably intertwine the 2 schedules, but that's something that I'd encourage you to come out and spend some time looking at. We kind of got to start late start this year, but that's something that is kind of a personal project of mine. In the past, we've set up some really great distance races. I think last year we had the top 3 mile races in the country, as well as steeplechase races, with the exception of U.S. championships. So trying to build that up a little bit bigger and better, both in the high school portion as well as the post-collegiate. We are somewhat restricted for college teams coming in just because it's the week before conference meets. So really trying to address those 2 areas and really giving our kids a chance to compete against some of the best runners in the country. U.S. Track and Field sends some relay guys and everything, so we want to try to build that up. And then in the very far future, I guess anytime I'm talking to this many people, because it doesn't happen all too often, the Big Ten Cross Country Championships are going to be out at the OSU Golf Course. It's always a 4th Sunday in October. The men's and women's meet will be out there, so they've been really great letting us come out there, set up a meet, and like I said, our men's team is really looking forward to trying to make a run at winning its first Big Ten title since, I believe, 1923. Might be 1928. Not exactly sure. So, anyway, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions before Coach Tressel gets out here. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me come out. I appreciate it.